Check, check, check. 1, 2. Can everybody hear themselves?
Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
Awesome. Songs lose your mind too. SB is in the studio. Wait, you say G. We'll come to you, don't worry. And actually, feel free to talk at any point. But we'll come to your own specific things soon. Now we're talking about gangster rap, and we're talking about, I guess we're springboarding off of Nipsey's death, and talking about authenticity in gangster rap and actually living that life as a gangster rapper, right? And how important that is. So first of all, let's go back to you guys. Like, I listen to gangster rap. I don't know. I'm not no judge. Everybody does, right? Okay. Do you like authenticity in your gangster rap? Like, do you like when your niggas is really out here gang banging? Like, you can smell blood in the guy's voice? Because I do.
I mean, it helps.
Yeah, right.
It helps.
It doesn't hurt.
It does.
Yeah. Yeah.
When you know it's the truth, like it is different.
Right.
Yeah, and I think that is why a lot of rappers are doing that, because
But
they know that really and truly people would only take you seriously, because it only takes one actual hood rapper to be like, oh yeah, fuck this guy's not an actual hood nigga, and then no one takes that guy seriously anymore because he's lying, you know. So I think the rappers know that people take that into account. So they'd obviously, sometimes they might not even want to do that gangster shit, but they decide they want to just because
Hold on.
they know that people.
But that's inauthentic in
But
itself.
I
If
feel-
you're just gang banging for the rap life, do you not think that's in itself a fake thing to do?
Yeah, but to you it is, but to other people they don't know that.
Okay.
So you know it's fake, but everyone else doesn't know it's fake.
But I feel like this gang rap thing, like the authenticity thing, like I feel like it only matters on your come up. Like, to be honest, like it's on your come up when people don't really know you. That is, they have so many questions they want to ask, and when they're hearing what you're rapping about, they're like, "Is he really doing this shit?" He says. I feel like when you've reached a certain status, like as a rapper, like I'm looking for an example, but anyhow, like so, like like Jay-Z, like you can be inactive. You can be you can be rapping about it, but like it'll be your past, or like it's just you're just inactive. You're not in the life anymore.
I will come.
But like you live that life, so
Before I
it doesn't
comment,
really matter.
what did you want to say? Before I comment on that real quick,
I was gonna say,
right into the mic, bro.
to say that someone's like unaware that gangbanging or faux gangbanging is wrong is kind of inaccurate, because like, you know, the connotations that come with gangbanging, you know the connotations that come with rapping about gangbanging.
Facts.
So you attract the same energy. So it's a thing where you probably know it, you probably think you're gonna get away with it, and hope you are, as opposed to actually be ready for if you're going to get away with it. You know what I'm saying?
And also on the thing you said about Jay-Z, so if you talk about, maybe early in Jay-Z's life it was kind of gangster rap, Fez, but gangster rap does not have as much longevity as a Jay-Z career.
Yeah, I
or
was
a
even
Snoop
it was
Dogg
someone that
career.
just brought Jay-Z. Like I was looking for the perfect example. Like it was an example.
Fair enough.
Yeah,
I don't
so
see.
like even Snoop Dogg, he stopped gangster rapping after like 2010. He started making like funk albums.
Yeah, I'm
and
not even
this
talking
and
about
that.
the legends right
And
now.
he
I'm talking
started
about the
doing
guys
reggae.
that are still active, but like
Don't do it as much.
yeah, you get like I feel like if you've read like a Young Thug now, like Young Thug is still in and out of it, but like he's not really active in that lifestyle. You get it's not really.
Young Thug is wearing Chanel and
You
shit.
get what
now.
I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
so like.
You know what I mean?
When you make a certain amount of money, like there's a level of comfort that comes with it that you can't even surround yourself around. You get
Yeah, you just want to keep
so.
that life.
But he
does
does
the
still rap about
authenticity-
that because we all knew that when it was coming up, it was really about that life.
I see. So as long as you've had a past
So
in it.
yes, it's
But-
just about it.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
that's-
do you
that's
guys
literally what it
personally?
is.
This is the yes or no question. When you listen to a gangster rapper or a nigga off the streets or whatever you want to class them as, do you personally check if this guy is legit from your sources?
Yeah, they come up.
Do you? Oh no,
not
when
like
it's coming up.
I don't.
Like, I don't go out of my way to check, but like
Okay,
always
I'll
the
ask the-
information always comes.
That's fair.
around.
I'll ask a different
Yeah.
question. Not going out of your way to check. When you hear like whatever, I come out as a rapper now, right? I have never gangbanged in my life, but I come out as a gangster rapper right now, and I'm like, yeah, man, I shot niggas in the face, blah 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 blah
But I
blah.
feel like you'll always be found out.
Wait, if you fuck with my music and then you hear from, I don't know, some crypt that Sam wasn't really about that life, does the music stop being entertaining at that point, or start being less entertaining?
I think it would be less because now you know you're just listening to lies.
Yeah.
But I personally, I
I
wouldn't
feel there should
stop
be an
listening.
example.
I wouldn't stop listening to them, but I just take everything they said.
As we
I just listen to everything they said.
You know what?
Take everything they said with a grain of salt, you know.
Mm-hmm.
A pinch of salt.
I said it, yeah, a pinch of salt. It wouldn't stop me from listening, but it would just be like, oh wow, this guy's really just lying.
Yeah,
you know?
but I mean, part of rap is performance, right? Even like in the early days, someone like, okay, so people like Mobb Deep really were about that life. But somebody like, what's his name? I don't want to say.
I said there are even guys now that are not about that life, but they act like
Ice Cube's kind of. I don't want to say Ice Cube. I'm trying to think of
Vanilla Ice.
No.
Vanilla Ice was the guy, like
Vanilla Ice.
There's a performative aspect to all of rap. There's like, I mean, if you even look at someone like Kanye, is not a gangster rapper by any means,
Yeah,
but also Kanye is not the erratic asshole all the time that he is in his music. You know what I mean?
Of course.
There's a performative, because rap is art. Art is always performance. Like, we don't get mad when actors play. Like, if you hear Joaquin Phoenix was never out here, like he does a role about drugs, and he was never out here selling drugs, you're not mad. So why is gangster rap the way you draw the line? You know what I mean? Why is authenticity so important in that specific genre and in that specific genre of rap?
Because that was what it came up on. Like, that's what built that genre. Like, you get, it was based off authenticity.
Yeah,
like
exactly, like drill.
That was what it was built on.
You want to rap as a drill artist, but you've never done any. It just it can't mix now.
But you think
Does it add up?
I'd say this though. I mean, you could change the way you rap on a drill beat. Doesn't mean you have to make drill music. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you're that good, you'll be able to.
But if you claim to be a drill rapper, though, you get.
Yeah.
Well, what's a drill rapper? Is this someone that does drillings or raps on drill beats? That's the real question.
Because thank you so much. And also, I think taking it to the next step of an art form is something that can be done by anybody.
Yeah, true.
Art
Yeah,
should
but-
be able to be. I mean, I don't know any exception apart from gangster rap.
Wait. Where did drill come from originally?
Sorry,
Was it not
Chicago.
Chicago? And you know
the
why it came from
annotations.
Chicago. You get.
Yeah.
I know why
Like you everyone knows why it came from
Chicago
Chicago.
area.
Chicago was like the number one crime. You get like crime city.
Shut right.
But that's
So, like,
that's what it came from.
that's where it
But
came
then
from. So that's where it
drill
stemmed up.
evolved into an aesthetic. Drill evolved into a sound.
Yeah, that-
Drill evolved into not a theme. Well, themes, and drill also evolved into a message. Anybody can think about those messages.
Yeah, that's why I said it was based
Technically.
off authenticity. Like the origins were built off that authenticity. You
True,
get.
but I mean,
Because it
art-
wouldn't have come
art
out. It
forms
would have
evolve.
come from another, like literally another city. Then, if it wasn't based off authenticity.
I'll give you an example. Let's talk about
Yeah.
punk music. Punk music came from punk kids. Punk kids
We're
were
dressing.
niggas on heroin most of the time, dressing
Yeah,
like
had
punk kids.
Yeah,
more
people
of
appropriate
kids.
everything. To be honest,
Eh?
like people appropriate everything.
So
They
is it
appropriate every culture.
at that point? Is it appropriation if you're not a
Yeah,
gangster?
if you're posing to be a
Or is
drill
it
rapper
just
and you're not really about that
using-
life, then it's appropriation. That's
Really?
just it. Yeah,
Fair.
yeah, it is.
Yeah, but I
As
mean,
simple
like
as
what
that.
Sam is talking about, like people, like if I decide I wanted to be a punk artist now, I could just go change my hair, this and that. No one's gonna ask, oh, was JD always like a punk guy? Was he always doing heroin? Was he always doing this?
And that's because
But
punk
if I
has
came
become
out
so
as-
much more than it's.
But if I became a gangster rapper now, the first person's question everyone's gonna ask was, oh, was this guy really active in the streets or is he
Exactly.
lying?
And the thing is, punk used to be about that actually. Punk used to be
Of course.
about the authenticity of punk.
But if you
And
look at
punk
it-
kind of died. But also,
yeah, that's
punk also evolved. Post-punk is like please correct me when I'm wrong. But what is post-punk and what punk is now has evolved way more than just 16-year-old kids on heroin that used to
because-
skip class.
Because that's not the
Anyone
in
can
thing.
make punk music now.
Hip hop rap is the thing of now. Punk is the thing of yesterday.
It is a thing
You
of
get,
yesterday,
so
but it's also
people
some
won't
of
really
the best.
matter. Like everybody is living in the present. That's
But,
just it.
but a lot of fantastic punk music came after punk people stopped being so hitched
I won't lie,
on the
I don't
idea
really
of what
know
a
much
punk
about-
artist looks like. Go for it.
Support what you're saying.
Okay.
In terms of punk, I believe the genre has a role to play in whether you live it and whether you, because like drill, you're talking about killing people, bringing harm to people. You won't want to incriminate yourself if you know you didn't do this shit.
so it's really
So it's so different to doing drugs or dressing a certain type of way. Like you can't be a drill artist and tell me, okay, let's say, oh, I don't know a lyric, but like, and then you now say, oh, I never. Then why the hell are you? Why would
You
you
don't
want
have to
set
say you never did it. It probably never happened, but because you're hiding behind the bally as well as the dress code of a roadman that raps drill, that does real drillings, you're accepted as one. So it's actually coming with also the aesthetic of what a drill rapper
So
looks like.
basically, shanking by association.
Basically.
Basically,
That's exactly what it is. Half the people that do get shanked, or, do you get what I'm saying? Like, it's probably shanked by association. Do you get what I'm saying? They were dealing with a fuckboy or some shit. Their friend got run down. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a thing where, as I said again, energy is the energy you keep. Do you get what I'm saying?
because appropriation would
It's all
be
appropriation.
somebody who has never lived in South London, or someone who's never lived in those type of areas, someone who's never seen someone get stabbed in their life, someone like me. But that's not true. I've seen someone get actually. Someone that's for another day. But somebody like
Just anyone in this studio right now.
exactly. You know what I mean? That's never lived that life.
And
Claiming, not claiming, but rapping about that life, rapping from it from an authentic point of view. Okay, the real question I want to ask is there a talent to authenticity ratio? Like, if you're talented enough, does your authenticity matter?
No, it does. I feel like, honestly, the way it is, I feel like if you're not gangster, don't rap. Because there are rappers, because we're talking about it as if there's no other way to make it in rap. You
There
know,
is.
you don't have to wait. Let me finish. You don't have to be a gangster rapper to actually make it in rap. People just think it's easier to make it in rap as a gangster rapper because most of the best rappers were gangsters.
But the funny thing,
But there are other rappers. You see Logic, you see Macklemore won a Grammy, you see
Drake.
Kanye West, Drake.
But even Drake is out here talking about like
Yeah,
but let's be honest, the reason why Drake's doing that is because he's been pushed to the edge by all these rappers that actually thought gangbanging is going to get him to the top, but it didn't. They saw Drake's remedy was different, and he is at the top. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's just hating ass niggas, really.
In
I
fact,
also
that's
feel
even a
that
great- the fact that
why Drake is doing that is because like Drake actually hops on every wave. Like
He probably does.
What
but
wave doesn't Drake
on his
hop
way up,
Like,
on
so
his
if he
way
feels
up.
that gangster rap is the way he would do
On his
that
way
for a
up,
while,
on his way
and
up.
he drops it.
On his way up, how
yeah.
often did you hear Drake talk about gangster shit?
Yeah, but
He'd
I'm saying
probably
like,
be- he's
I'm saying,
actually-
like you saying that you were like one of the reasons why he's doing that is that I said I disagree with that because I feel like he drops on.
Think
every
about
wave,
it. Think about
literally.
it. I myself, I'm not even where I need to be or where I'm going to be, right? But I experienced the same type of hate from my own peoples, okay,
Yeah.
that Drake will probably be getting in thousands. Do you get what I'm saying? So that shit gets to you at some point. Do you get what I'm saying here?
Yeah.
So obviously he may switch it up that like, oh yeah, you thought I was a soft nigga type shit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually not. Because literally, you don't have to be a gangbanger to shoot someone.
Oh,
It's
yeah, I
adrenaline
get-
rush,
I
bro.
get what
That's
Like,
actually fantastic.
literally, you don't have to be a gangbanger to shoot someone. So
And partially why I'm so glad you brought up Drake. So like one of the best songs of last
I
year,
don't feel
hip hop
Drake is
wise,
authentic.
was Sicko Mode, right? Drake was one of the at least objectively on a hip hop scale. That song is on some futuristic, amazing shit. And the thing is, on Sicko Mode, a lot of the bars Drake has and a lot of the affectation, I love the it's
drugs
southern
and-
South bag,
drugs
exactly.
and murder,
Things
yeah.
that he doesn't do. However, it is still a good song, one. And two, is that at that point, is it artistic license or is it he faking? Because it's such a thin line, man.
But
in a lot of art
I
forms.
swear Drake fakes a lot. Like he fakes all his accents, he fakes all that shit.
Let's
Drake has, like,
remove.
how many
Okay, let's
accents?
remove Drake.
That's what I'm saying. So, like, we're talking about Drake right now. Like
Drake
we're
agenda
going to talk
alone,
about so
bro.
many
Inject
things.
that
Okay,
right now
fine.
because,
Let's talk about.
like, it's not one thing with Drake. Like
That's
literally,
true. That
Drake
is true.
Jamaican,
But okay,
Drake
I'm
is-
using Drake as an example.
He's from the UK as well. Like
I'm using Drake as
Yeah,
an
like-
example. But like,
we can use another example. 'cause
fairs,
we
but like
can't
artistic
do it.
license is, if we're talking about in 2005, for you to have probably been as popular and as popping in rap, you didn't need to be on a gangster rap wave.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
true.
it was a gangster.
Or you needed to be a bling rapper, and a lot of niggas didn't have enough money to be bling rappers. So it's either you were out here banging or you were out here like wearing the, you were Jay-Z.
Yeah,
exactly.
exactly.
So that was 2005. You can make money rapping about anything now.
Yeah, you can literally, like, I mean, people are getting record deals off like Twitter videos.
So that means for somebody at this point, it's not riding a wave. Gangster rap is not really a wave anymore. If you're
not.
choosing to rap gangster rap, but you're not a gangster, at that point, it is an artistic choice right now in 2019. That is my argument. And I don't think authenticity matters in that anymore. It would have mattered in 2005.
I like 2019.
It doesn't matter,
Authenticity doesn't matter because I've actually, like, my sound in particular, I'm trying to stay me, do me. Do you get what I'm saying? I have inspirations which morphed my sound to be what it is. But it's a thing where I'm very conscious of not speaking on the things I don't do. Do you get what I'm saying? You never hear me talk about Zans in my fucking music.
Right.
Zans, Molly's, none of that shit, because I don't pop that shit. I have friends that do pop that shit, but it's a thing where I accept their life for what it is. Do you get what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna be rapping about, oh yeah, I'm on that wave. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to run that. Because if I'm not doing it, I'm not trying to do it. So let's say I go to a party now and they say, oh yeah, you popped a Zan or some shit in my music or some shit. They'll give me a Zan, pop that shit, and I don't even remember what the fuck I did yesterday. I ain't trying to do that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a thing where it's really, if you actually are strong enough mentally to stick to your own authenticity, that you actually like blow in that lane. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yes. So authenticity. What is the conclusion of this segment?
Now it doesn't
I
matter.
feel like it doesn't matter because
Compared to back then, like you said,
It doesn't matter, but
artists
it helps you keep a strong fan base, because people like Lil Pump, trust me, half of his followers are gonna dip him if he does something stupid. Look at people like Nipsey Hussle. People are gonna remember that guy till they die. They're gonna tell their children about Nipsey Hussle. Do you get what I'm saying? That's how to make a real impact, because he was authentic. So yeah, it doesn't matter in this 21st century, but
Kendrick
if you want a long-lasting career, it has to matter to you at least. It doesn't have to matter to anyone else.
Okay. Also, last question. What about reflection on the gangster life? What about, people that, I'm asking this because you brought up Kendrick partially, actually.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar has lines where he's like, if I told you I killed a nigga at 16, would you believe me? Things like that.
Yeah.
It is a reflection on the gangster identity. It is a reflection. At what point does it become that? And at what point does it become, like, again, it comes back to the question of artistic license.
Yeah.
You know, is it, I don't know if the question is how do you do it well, but the question is if you're not about that life but you want to talk about it and it's a thing that is influencing you and you like, listen, man, no matter who you are, the gangster identity as a black person has affected you. It is fucked up, but it's true. If you've ever worn a hoodie at night, you have been labeled a gangster by somebody as a black guy. So if you want to reflect on that, but you've never been about that life, at what point is it just you being fake? And at what point is it, what is the, you know what I mean? What is that like?
I feel the thing about Kendrick was that his Good Kid, Mad City thing, it was a pure, he grew up, it was a story of him and like what he experienced living around gangsters, living in that environment, like a product of your environment type shit. That was the whole thing with Good Kid, Mad City. So, like, and most of the songs were about stories of him and his friends, or like just things that he saw around happening.
Yeah.
You get, like, he wasn't really claiming all those things, saying that I did all this shit. I did
But
all
it
this shit.
affected him
There was a
mentally
song,
too.
The Art of Peer Pressure. It was about him running, he and his friends running from the police after like they stole, like it was just like a burglary thing. So it wasn't even like a proper crime. Like it's still a crime, but like you get, but most I'm saying with Kendrick, like he's not trying to claim that I'm this gangster, I'm this, but he's also owning it that I've lived around gangsters.
And if you can
So you
make
get,
one
so
call, he knows where to call.
You get, so it's different. That one's different.
Yeah, I think he's rapping more of like, not he's reflect, he's more of learn from my mistake, you know.
And also saying stories of things he observed around people, like.
But here's
That's
this:
it.
do you not reckon that that's almost what gangster rap should be, as opposed to actually indicting yourself and actually teaching other people that are listening to your songs?
I agree.
Okay,
Sure.
to how to come out of the situation they're in, like how you did. As
All the
opposed
best
to,
gangster
do you get what I'm
rappers about
saying?
that.
Like,
Of course.
Shook
I want, like, yeah, the
Like
best that's the best gangster rappers are actually,
the intuitive one.
you get, like them Jay-Z, Nas, all the
Mobb Deep.
Exactly.
they're really into some
Oh,
introspective.
no, Mobb Deep
Do you get what I'm
was
saying?
different.
type
No, but
shit.
there is an introspective level to Mobb Deep's music. Say what you will, there is a gangster
There's a
grittiness.
serious
No, those
gangster
niggas were
level.
out. Don't trust me. They sound cold blooded.
I mean, like,
listening to Mobb
if
Deep
you
is
read,
honestly
like, if someone
yikes.
wrote down the lyrics for Shook Ones, like word, like, and you just read it without the beats, like, that looks like some serial killer shit.
I
Like,
agree.
Bro.
Yeah,
I agree.
The name,
But there
the
is
name
a-
already crazy.
I mean, apart from the fact that Mobb Deep, like both of them are fucking phenomenal rappers, there was an introspective edge to a lot of the things they said. All the best. Schoolboy Q is one of my favorite rappers living right now, and Schoolboy Q, a lot of what he raps about is about shooting.
And one thing we
and
need to
fucking
know
bitches
too.
Yeah,
and
true.
doing drugs
One-
and selling drugs.
One thing we need to know is these gangster rappers, they're not role models. Like,
Facts.
they never came up like saying they wanted to be role models. They're just telling their story.
Exactly.
Using rap
people
as an
just
outlet.
assume them to be role models just because they're famous.
Just because
At that
And
point,
you
that's your
can't
fault.
All
make-
instant gratification is what happens all the way through
You-
social media these days,
You
bro.
can't make every.
feeble, is why
You
he
can't
said-
make every famous because you think about it, you can't make every famous person is not a good person.
Right.
Like people are people are
We've met
bad
that
people.
these 3 years.
People are always trying to make out celebrities to be their role
like a
models.
famous person was once a normal person.
Yeah, when they're
They're
not.
still a normal person. It's just that
that's
you're
still
disturbing them a
they're
little
still
more.
normal.
Because what, like, I mean, think about it objectively. Someone like just any gangster rapper now, like say someone like Snoop Dogg in the peak of his, like you wouldn't want. Why would you go and say, oh yeah, Snoop Dogg is my role model? Oh yeah, he kills niggas. He does like. Is that really?
Why
You can
is
say
it
you
wrong,
fuck
man?
with his music, yeah, that's fine. You can say you love, but why would you go out and say, oh yeah, I want to make my role model a murderer or a drug dealer, or this and that, you
Or
know?
a pimp. Shout out
Yeah,
to
exactly.
Snoop.
Yeah, exactly. So
Or
it's a
someone
kind
not
of.
even actively trying to portray a different message
It's
than
a kind of
shooting
thing.
niggas'
Is
head
like
open.
people should enjoy the art.
So is it on the artist back as you have? Because we already talked about if you
No,
weren't here
because
before.
the
If you
thing
just
about
tuned in,
the
we've already
artist-
talked about Cardi B's.
The
burning
artist never claimed and said, "Oh yeah, I want to be a role model." It would be different if a gangster rapper came out, was rapping about dumb shit, and then was also going back to say, "Oh, but I want to be an influencer." Then you could be like, "Oh yeah."
But
What's
that
this nigga
happens.
saying?
That happens with drill a lot these days.
Drill
happens
rappers
with
never
drill.
say they
Is
want
it
to.
UK drill?
There's a story about where the drill rappers are making the crime rate rise. Do you get what I'm saying? Of course.
Facts. That
Of
is
course,
a
I
good question.
don't. I wouldn't say it does, but I can see why it would. Do you get what I'm saying? Like half the London
question.
kids. Do you get what I'm saying? As I said, it goes back to the aesthetic of it. They all dress the same.
True.
Do you get what I'm saying?
True,
They all want to do the same things. And they all want to rap to drill beats. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're obviously going to want to rap to drill beats and be able to slap your chest and say you did shit. So some children hop on that shit by default. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
Is it on the burden of the artist's shoulders then?
it should be, because if you're making music, you know what the fuck's going on. You know how many people are trying to listen to your shit. And if
Yeah.
you're going to say that you're trying to create a good impact, you know full well what you were
quick-
doing is not a good impact.
A quick rebuttal though. I feel
Wait.
like a lot of art is reflecting on humanity's nature, and a lot of humanity's nature is not good. A lot
It's
of
a very
humanity's
evil
nature,
world we live
it is.
in.
And no,
It's
the
an
fuck,
evil world
fuck
we
even
live
the
in.
world, us.
Yeah.
I don't know, like,
we live in.
let's remove the world. It is what art is. The best art is reflection of people, all of it, and not all the best art is about good people. And not all the best art is about the good parts of people. If you go to film, there are violent, horrible films that I love. If you go to music, there are violent, horrible songs that I love. It is not on the. I do not personally think. That's also because I'm an artist. I feel very, very like, not shielded, protective about that type of thing. And some of the best art ever made is about depictions of hell, depictions of torture, depictions of whatever the hell, depictions of violence, drugs, murder. Some of the best art made was made on psychedelics. I don't believe it is on the burden of the artist. It is on the burden of the listener. The art is not created.
I really
or
feel.
finished.
You're
I
right.
feel artists don't
You're
owe
right.
us shit.
I don't think the burden.
You're right.
The artist
They don't-
didn't make
they don't
the
owe us
art
anything.
to like.
You're right.
Think about it. An artist doesn't make art to be like, oh, I want to influence so and so kids. He's making the art to express himself about what happened. It's your responsibility as a listener to know the kind of pedestal you put that kind of guy on.
Okay, so
Facts.
cool.
And it's also about the genre as well.
So your argument
It's
about
actually the same
authenticity, right, mattering or not in the 21st century, is that from personal experience? Do you care about authenticity, or is it that you've noticed that people don't care about it?
I personally don't care about it. but
Exactly.
I've
So that's probably why you made
Care
that
about
argument.
authenticity, though.
It's not invalid.
And you did say you cared
It's
about it
not
earlier,
invalid.
JD.
It's not invalid.
earlier.
No, like no, I'm not saying I care about it. Obviously, in the sense that I'd like to know if this guy is about it or not. But it's not gonna make me stop listening to the guy. That's what I'm saying.
said
Like,
that too.
feels-
That's
if
true.
he's not authentic, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, this guy's not a real gangster.
It's not authentic.
Yeah,
See,
sure.
all the-
Uzi's a
all these
slave.
guys.
Don't even
To be
worry
honest
about
with
it.
you, what he said, I believe. Like at the end of the day, the music that you listen to is up to you to say, okay, this is music. It might be real, it might not be real, but it's music. For me to now say, okay, I heard that it was Skepta said he walked through his hood and then he stabbed someone. Okay, let me now walk through campus and let me go and stab someone.
It's stupid, but then that's
Crazy.
social media. It has increased.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it just emphasizes how weak-minded
People
or how
are.
naive our society is today.
Slightly.
If you were to read a digital market,
Keep going.
Keep
Say what you want to say.
if you were to read a digital marketing book, you'd be scared that you know that all these things that artists do, how big they blow and things like that, it's all down to a marketing scheme or how well
Facts.
your marketing scheme works. Okay, no one can tell me Lil Pump. God bless whatever hard work he's put down, but for me, nah. Do you get what I'm saying? Like,
I don't mind Lil Pump's music, but go on.
do you get what I'm saying? I can't hate him because he's doing his thing. He doesn't even know who the fuck I am. Do you get what I'm saying? But personally, for my own jurisdiction, I don't listen to that trash because I don't want to be on some eating cereal with lean, nigga. You dumb.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, nah,
Like,
it's just not it.
Also, it's to the point where, so this argument happens in video games a lot. Anytime there's a new GTA, should we ban this GTA because there's serial killers and there's school shooters? And it is it's not a dumb argument, but it's an argument I detest. But we do have to address it. There is correlation between this. The correlation is because people are dumb, but people are people. Like, dumb people are people too. As much as it hurts to say, it is true. They might be the majority of people, as much as that hurts to say too. And I hope I'm wrong. I think I'm wrong. But there is a chance that dumb people are the majority of people. It does matter the music you listen to. It does, like, music does have the potential. That's why it's so powerful. It affects your mood. It takes an introspective person and also an introspective artist to be able to get you through that without having you needing you, like someone like Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs raps about gangster shit all the time. You don't want to kill people after you listen to Freddie Gibbs. You want to reflect on, damn, niggas have had a hard life. But that's because I'm listening to Freddie Gibbs. Most niggas that are listening to gangster music are not listening to somebody with that wealth of introspection. You know what I mean? It is, I don't know.
Niggas
It's
are
a bit
listening
of
to violent.
It is. And
Rondo
they listen
number
to
9 type of nigga.
and it is, which is fine, but at what point is it the burden of the listener itself to separate the artist from the art from real life, and real life from social media, real life from like, you know what I mean? The reality that those artists have lived in. Because you know what, it is unfair to ask, I think, a 16-year-old kid that grew up in Chicago, in Chirac, to what's it called, be on some philosophical, meditative, introspective shit. I think it is unfair. I think it is unfair to expect him not to have violent music necessarily. If he doesn't, that's beautiful, but it's unfair to expect it. It's unfair for you to not expect him to talk about drugs and guns. It is unfair. It is the life he has lived.
Yeah, because as bad as it sounds, it is what, because at the end of the day, as an artist, you're going to want to document your own experiences as well. And if those are his experiences, people see it as oh yeah, this guy's rapping about guns and drugs, he's a bad influence. But the like perspective should change from, oh, this guy's rapping about guns and drugs. How do we make it so that more people don't start rapping about guns and drugs?
Yeah.
So instead of trying to ban the guys rapping about guns and drugs, it should be more of a focus on, how do we make life better for other people behind them to not have to rap about guns and drugs? You know?
Cool. This is where it comes into being the burden of the artist, because you can't tell the million people following the artist to think one thing. Well, probably 1,000 or 100,000 of them will listen to you. That's still not your goal. Do you get what I'm saying? So who's hold on. Who's that? Those 1 million people, who are they following? Do you get what I'm saying? Who did that guy that is rapping the gangster rap get big off of? Do you get what I'm saying? These people, they pledge their loyalty. You know what it means to actually have a favorite rapper. Do you get what I'm saying? You live, breathe and eat whatever he drops for you. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a thing where, yeah, you can rap your gangbanging, but are you telling us how you felt when you did your gangbanging, or are you just telling us you're gangbanging because you want us to think you're harder?
Okay.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Shayn, can I say
Both
something?
should be valid.
I feel like for you to listen to that genre, like that gangbanging genre, and expect something positive, like,
No, you can't.
I feel you get me now. So I'm like, why expect them to actually be really positive about
No,
that?
it's the
Like,
argument they make.
You already know what you're expecting when you're deciding to listen to them.
However,
to
it's
them
the-
Chief Keef,
It's
to
the
them
argument they make when they are confronted. They stay saying things like, "Oh yeah, that's not what I'm trying to project what I've been going through. You didn't tell us what you're going through. You told us what you did, but you didn't tell us how you felt and what you were actually going through." Are you hearing what I'm saying?
You
You
know-
can tell us all the things. I promise you, even if you dropped a nuclear bomb, I want to hear about it. How did you feel after you did that?
Facts.
How do you?
But-
Are you going to
but
tell
you also
people
have to
not?
understand that not all artists are like capable of that level of interest.
Because you have to understand
You
that
get,
they
like,
grew up, the kind of environment
that
they grew up in
introspection
as
is not
well.
everyone that
You
has
know,
it.
it's no one that like that. Wait, let me finish. It's not an environment that like encourages expressing how you feel and
get-
this
You're right,
and
you're
that.
right.
They grew up in violence, and unfortunately, most of what they know is violence. So when they're expressing themselves, they're gonna express it violently.
That's fair. You can express yourself
introspect,
violently.
and I feel
You
like
can
it's-
introspect through violence. I mean, again, I keep going back to Mob Deep because this is the easiest, and it's the one on top of my head.
But not everyone is a mob.
And
Deep.
of course, but then not everybody should rap.
Yeah.
You get
Like artists are paid to do this job.
Yeah, but that's the
You
thing.
need to be an expressor. So not getting me wrong, I'm not expecting you to have some fucking deep message at the end of it, but have a layer apart from the violence, maybe. No,
That's what we're saying. That's
people are
that's,
complicated. Even niggas on the streets. Niggas on the streets are not out here. They are not all psychopaths. There's exceptions, but they're not all psychopaths being like, man, I just love seeing niggas die. Like that's not all of them. You know what I mean? A lot of them are like,
Damn, nigga.
yeah, a lot of them are just normal.
Yeah, but I just feel like we should
dudes.
stop putting the
That have been grew up
You
in
should stop putting the
Rome.
full responsibility on the artist. 'cause
Actually,
they
we,
all-
we,
they-
we
what
haven't
they were
done that.
coming up-
We haven't been doing that.
Yeah, but
I'm talking about,
we
I'm
have-
talking about
what I've been
society in
hearing-
general.
Yes, yeah, I'm talking about
Society in general does
just
that.
Like,
Yeah.
yo, like why are they doing this? Why are they, but like I'm like, you already know that this is what they're about. Like, so
So that-
why
I
are you
think-
explaining different?
I think that's the ultimate message
You
of the
get-
segment.
When you
Because
can
most people
instead-
claim that when they
and
make
there,
music,
there are
they're
so
trying to
many
stop
positive
gangbanging.
niggas you can also listen to. Like you get, like if you're looking for that type of music, you can go and listen to all those guys like that right there. You get. So like, why are you trying to say like these guys don't owe you anything? Are you paying them to actually make?
No, we're not saying they owe us anything. But
Like,
if you're going to say
they're
stuff
expressing
like
themselves, literally.
shutting them down and stuff like that, if they're not bringing anything good towards society, why do they exist?
But that's the society has always had.
Yeah, yeah,
Evil-
there's-
evil
there's-
has-
there will
evil has always existed
there will,
in society.
there will be
Evil
good and
will
bad.
always
There
exist
always
in
will be good
society.
and bad. But when are we going to actually use our intuition to reduce how much bad actually happens? Because it's colossal. This shit is colossal. We can't act like as if we don't know that.
That's true,
but
but it's
it's
also
not-
like
it's
you
not
have that
because-
intuition.
Yeah, but
It's good enough to have
censoring,
that
but like
intuition.
telling rappers to
you're not telling
rappers to
rappers to do
stop
nothing.
rapping about that shit isn't gonna
You're
stop
not telling
gang
them to-
violence.
I didn't-
It's no, let me finish. Like saying, oh yeah, talking about this shit that causes a problem, so you should try and be more interested. But whether or not, even if every single gangster rapper that raps about violence dies right now, there's still gonna be gang violence regardless. Because
No.
even if people don't get influenced by rap, they get influenced by what they see around them. Because
think that's
a lot,
what-
let me
movies
finish.
are still there.
Let me finish. A lot of
That's what I'm
gangbangers
saying.
aren't gangbanging because of rappers. Some of them are gangbanging because their older brothers doing, or their mom or their dad. So it should be more of a thing. People should be focused on trying to help those communities, so the people in those communities don't have to rap about that kind. So I think the focus should be more on
How do you help the community
pressure. I'm talking
if
about
the main person coming out that city is a gangbanger and is preaching nothing introspective?
some communities have politicians there. You can have
Yeah,
you
the
can
ones
have,
that are embezzling all their money to do some stupid shit.
That's what I'm trying to say. That's what you should. Your focus should not be on the artist, but should be on the environment.
I'm saying it will be easier.
Eat.
I'm saying it will be easier. It will be easier to reach the same goal if you put the burden on the artist, or not even put the burden on the artist. If an artist just gave a little bit more of a fuck, that's what we're saying.
I think yeah.
I mean,
every artist-
Nipsey
That's
Hussle.
all
I
we're
mean,
saying.
Nipsey Hussle.
Exactly,
Basically,
which is why his legacy will live.
Look, like Nipsey Hussle gave a fuck, and like I mean,
That's why his legacy
there's
will live.
still gang violence in Los Angeles, but there are still niggas killing it. There's still niggas making gang. So when you think about it, does artists saying anything really matter?
Hold on. So on a level,
Like I mean, it
I
might,
think if you're actually in this again, we always give this a version of this argument on this show. Let's be very real. Not everybody that raps likes music, and you know what? That is fair. If you're
And the
rapping to
positive
eat,
ones.
you owe us fucking nothing. However, if you are rapping to have a legacy, we're not saying do some kumbaya shit.
We're
but
just
if you
saying
are-
don't talk shit to me, bro. I'm
Like,
tired of hearing it.
if you are
That's
happy,
all.
exactly. If that is your goal, then I feel like the
Fair
consensus here is have a bit more to your music.
That's what I was
Have
saying.
something to dig into. Have a bite.
And you guys have seen
and
what
it's hard to do.
you guys
but
have
it's
seen what
worth
they've
it.
done to J. Cole, like when J. Cole was on.
Man, I've always
been on that.
You saw,
Out of here.
you saw everything.
Get that
Like, he was
nigga
always
outta
on the
here.
super positive P.
Nah, fuck,
Everybody
I
was
love J.
saying
Cole. Fuck
was
everybody.
killing everybody with his positivity.
Well, that's
Nah, but
I
the
never
thing
said
is,
that
like,
shit,
J.
but
Cole
I get what
was
you mean.
But you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
but we never said.
But deep it, yeah, the positivity
the guy
thing.
getting too much of this positivity.
That's why you need a balance, as you said. You
No,
did
it's
say,
a
but then
whole
you also
BOB,
need people
man.
like Kendrick. You need people like J. Cole,
Of
because
course.
let's be honest,
Of course we do.
J. Cole feels like as if it's almost like as if he's teaching you something.
Mhm.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Kendrick, yeah, he's teaching you something, but he's making it sound good
Yeah.
to teach you that something.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
And also, J. Cole
But-
has kids on drugs. Like, kids on drugs is, KOD is a drug field.
He used that name to get us.
No,
He
no,
used that
but
name.
no.
Do you get what I'm saying?
But-
So
but
he knows.
He had a story.
He knows that, but he took that burden on his back. Is what I'm saying. He took that burden for KOD.
Facts, and he took the
something.
bullets.
Do you get what I'm saying? So that's when your legacy will last. Is what I'm saying.
So yeah, I mean, it's
But
hard.
You need to
It
understand
is
what
hard
most
to
of these
balance
rappers
this
don't
shit.
care about legacy now.
Well,
just
if
wanna
they don't
eat.
care about
They
legacy,
just
they
want to eat,
should.
bro. They're hungry. These guys are
Yeah, that's
hungry.
fine.
They just wanna eat.
That's
Yo,
actually
I think
fine.
That's
bro.
fair. Yo, get your money, own a
Want
barbershop.
your money.
Get out
Music
of
is a
rap,
business, bro.
Out of
That's what I'm saying.
everybody.
That's why I said they don't owe you anything. Music is a business.
Very true.
They're trying to eat out
Some
here.
I'll
of them
tell you
wanna leave
someone.
a legacy.
Literally, huh?
Some of them,
Of
wanna
course,
do
of course,
and
there's
some of
some,
them
like-
love music, and the ones that do, well, this is all. And the truth is, we're not going to reach everybody with this. But if one person that is hearing this, you genuinely love music, man, and it's not a lot of us, but we're here. We love music. You want to make music. You
Yeah.
want to make maybe not the most positive impact, but you want to make an impact and a stand. I'm not saying your music has to be on some kumbaya shit, but your music has to have an extra layer apart from
True.
I am that.
But that's the
nigga.
thing. We'll always have the people that will be about their legacy shit, and we also have the people that they just want their money.
No, what we're saying
that's
here
just
is like,
message
let's
to
make
both.
people that want the legendary thing more. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you can hit a lick off music, it's fine. NBA Youngboy said it, and that's probably why I respect him more than any other
That's what most
gangbanger
of these
rapper.
rappers do. These
That's
new
probably
rappers,
no. But
Blueface,
what I'm saying is the people that actually say it. Like now,
Oh,
all
they
your
don't
fans
admit
can
it.
actually tell you now that I don't want to fuck with him because he doesn't want to make music anymore. But if they come back, they already know that that's what you said. Do you get what I'm saying? So you're sticking to your guns.
True.
It's all about sticking to your guns. If you don't stick to your guns, that's when you become a bitch boy. Do you get what I'm saying?
Of course.
And also, I guess to end this segment, the most important part, not the most important part, but a very important part of this whole process is the listener. Art is not completed until it is seen. Art is not completed until it is viewed. The completion of art is always in the listener's perspective or in the viewer's perspective. It is your job to be
That's how you
an
interpret
active listener. So if you just want to numb your brain out with music, I guess go for it, sure. But if you're out here like actually trying to gain something from music, understand that it's not reality, obviously. Understand that there is a layer of separation. Understand that it's performance. I understand that it is teaching you something, whether you like it or not, man. As much as independent as you are, the artists I listen to affect me. I am a very mood-based nigga. I know this, and the artists I listen to affect my mood. There's a reason I listen to what I listen to. Don't get me wrong. I like stupid gangster shit too, but you know, I try and curate an experience that will not fucking delete my brain cells. Try and do the same. Right? And speaking of brain cells,
Nav.
we're gonna go back to Nav. Let's play some music. We'll play some Anderson Paak, and then we'll come back to Nav. We'll have that fucking conversation. We'll have a quick talk.
Dialogue.
Sweet one.
We're gonna have a
Slide. This is fun. I'm loving this, guys. I'm loving this energy. We're having a great that everybody. All right, peace. The songs to lose your mind to. Check. Is everybody hearing themselves? 1, 2. Hi, boys. Let's talk about Nav, the goats, the god, the man, the legend, and the myth, all at once. I'm so excited. Okay, let's do a quick. So for those who don't know, first of all, welcome back. Thanks for listening to us this much. Y'all are awesome, whoever's listening. But for those who don't know, Nav is a Toronto Indian rapper. Signed to EXO, Auto-Tune crooner.
What now?
What?
I'm a producer
For
Beyonce.
Facts. We'll get to
Producer
that.
for Beyonce.
Sure. Producer, Auto-Tune crooner, all of the above, rapper, extraordinaire. Yeah, let's talk about it. So he released an album called Reckless last week, 23 tracks. He's had an joint album with Metro Boomin.
Yeah.
What was it called?
Fuck. I can't even remember.
Exactly.
Like I really have double trouble.
Is that what it's called?
Metro.
Yeah,
That's not what it's
is it
called.
Double trouble.
No.
I
know it's not called that.
I just can't remember the
That's
name.
Big Sean. That
No.
was Big Sean.
No, not with Chill.
Was it Double or Nothing was Big Sean?
Perfect time.
Perfect time. Wow, I know, right?
The biggest now.
He's so fucking. He is the biggest Nav fan.
No, that was
him and
You
Nav,
never rate
obviously.
your goat. Like
I just forgot.
you don't rate your goat. The fact that it just shows you that his music
Wasn't
is
that
trash.
his first?
Wait. Wait,
First
boys,
album.
calm down.
No, first
That's-
proper, not
this
studio
guy's a
album. First
guy.
proper album.
God, I
Now.
beg,
Late registration.
Nobody's listening to you right now.
Okay, let's get into it, boys. Hey, calm down. So how do we do this? Should we talk about Reckless first and then Nav as a whole, or Nav as a whole first and then we do Reckless?
No, let's not talk about. See, the thing is that let's not talk about Reckless.
Why?
Why should we talk about Reckless?
I will
Fuck discography.
let me finish.
I think Reckless is his best album I've
I will
heard.
admit that Reckless was not a very good album. Every
But-
artist has an album that's not very.
Nav only has
That's
one
all
good
of them.
album.
Nav has 2 good albums. Actually.
Nav
No,
only
that's
has one
all of
good
his albums
His
are
first
good.
album.
No, his first
like
album
when he
called
came
Nav
up.
was very good.
That
The
was
album.
it. That's
First, okay, I haven't heard. I'll tell you the ones I've
Album
heard.
was
I've heard the
very
Metro
good.
Boomin one. I've forgotten the name already again.
Perfect timing.
Perfect timing,
And
and I've
no.
heard Reckless, and I heard a little bit of the one before this. I've forgotten what it was
That
called.
was Reckless. The one. The EP. There was an EP that dropped like a week before his album dropped.
No, what's the one that dropped this right now?
This one, Brown Boy.
No,
Yeah, that's the album that dropped.
no, it isn't.
Oh, the EP is called Brown Boy.
No, the album dropped last week, bro.
Yeah, there's an EP that dropped
The
before
one
the
that
album.
just dropped was
The 23 track mega, his magnum opus.
Oh, that is Reckless.
I get it. Okay, so I've heard Reckless, I've heard Without Warning, and then not Without Warning. I've heard the Metro Boomin one, Perfect Timing, and I've heard one more, and I think it's
one.
That's Reckless. So I've heard Reckless.
Current one is
Current
not
one is not
Reckless.
Reckless.
Reckless came out
Reckless was the last one that
2018.
was trash. That was absolute trash.
There's a
Wow.
new
I
one
think I
that
listened
came
to
out
this.
a
What's
few
the
weeks
new one?
ago.
Yeah, 23
Brown
tracks,
Boy.
right? Was it 23 tracks?
No, that's Reckless.
Okay, so I haven't
Brown
heard Brown
Boy's
Boy.
12 tracks. or
So which
something
one
like
sucks? Which one do you
that.
not like?
Reckless. That's the 23 track one.
Yeah.
And you like Brown Boy?
Yes.
Okay, so let's talk about Nav in general. Then we'll do Reckless. You do Brown Boy because I didn't hear that. I heard the wrong thing because I just literally googled Nav album and Reckless was the one that came out most recently. So I just listened to that one and my God, was it pain? Fuck my life.
Yeah, that's Reckless. That's why I said
23
it was
tracks.
a very bad album. I've
Incredibly.
admitted it. Everyone
Fez.
knows me. I've already said.
Okay, so let's talk about Nav in general first then. I guess how do I phrase this question? I don't like Nav. And I can give you reasons I don't like Nav, but we're not here for me. This show is not about me. It's about the more interesting guests I bring. So the question I want to bring to you is defend Nav to the popular consciousness. And he has fans, he does. To the people that, most of the people that listen to this show, most people in this studio do not like Nav. Defend Nav to us, please.
And I also have a question, like what made you like Nav?
And what makes Nav stand out?
Yeah, what pulled you to Nav?
The first Nav song I ever heard was the one on the Metro album. What's it called? There's even a song he has called "Call Me," and on the song he's talking about how he has a drug addiction, how when he became famous, how things in his life changed, how he couldn't keep proper relationships.
Can I state how he's probably talking about this is in the most monotone?
No, let me finish. Let me finish though.
Okay, go for it.
You guys have been talking about the song
Sorry,
that put
bro.
me on.
Bad Habits is the one that just came out. That's the one
That's
I
what I was trying
listened
to say. Like it wasn't even Brown Boy.
we've
It was
gone
Bad
we've
Habits.
gone-
Like,
Sorry,
bro.
Brown Boy came out last
I
week.
listened to Bad Habits, Reckless, and
Let me
go for it.
Bad Habits did very well.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Let Nav
Facts on Billboard. Let Nav exactly. Sorry, bro.
The
You're right. You're right. You're right.
Finish.
Let him finish.
The
Go.
song was called "Call Me." He was talking about his depression. He was talking about his drug addiction. He was talking about how when he's on tour, he can't keep relationships. He's scared to talk to his mother. He's scared of basically just expressing himself. That was the first Nav song I heard. So for you guys to say that he doesn't have any content is very disingenuous. Because the thing is, the Nav
Did
song.
you really go into
Let me
any of those topics you spoke about? Did you really say anything in detail, or you just mentioned it that I lost my girlfriend because I was on tour?
Exactly.
Blah, blah, blah.
No.
No, wait,
Let me
We're trying to say
finish.
content.
Let me
So I'm like,
finish.
let him finish. You're allowed, please.
That was the song that put me onto Nav. And the thing is that everyone in this room argues that Nav is trash because he only raps about. Wait.
No, that's not my argument.
Wait, no. Some people in this room believe.
Okay.
I'll get to everybody's point. The first
Facts.
point is some people believe Nav is trash and shouldn't be making music because he's always rapping about drugs and this and that.
Yeah.
But tell me, what does Playboi Carti really and truly, as much as everyone likes him, does he rap about anything that is even different from what Nav does
But he
talk
makes
about?
good
Yo, hold
music.
on, hold
We
on,
enjoy
hold
his
on.
music.
The reason why most people like Playboi Carti over Nav is because at least Playboi actually has some swag that people actually like emulating.
Like
Do you
the
get what I'm
swag
saying?
rappers.
So
there's
wait, hold on.
Content.
Hold on.
Yeah, this
I
conversation
remember-
is content.
remember-
We're not talking about swag or
everything.
anything. We're just talking about what is in their music.
Okay, cool. There's
Yes.
nothing in his music.
Yes, there is nothing.
There's nothing in
no
Nav's
difference. So,
music.
there's nothing in Nav's. Okay, let me.
JD, do you not think
Nah, you
there's a
can't say
difference
that.
between? Let's be honest here. Let's not do GG. We're not the alt right, right?
You can't tell
Let's
me.
there's no difference between Nav and Playboi Carti. Do you think?
No.
He knows he's capping. He knows he's
Wise.
capping.
Content-wise, you
Yeah,
don't-
I'm not
let's
talking
even do
about
content-wise.
artistry
Yes,
as a
content-wise.
whole.
I'm gonna
Yes.
argue you. Look,
Come
let's
on,
do, we're
let's
doing
be real
one.
with ourselves.
I'm being real with you, bro. There's no. You think there's no? Okay, I have never heard. So there's a line in Playboi Carti's "Long Time" where it goes, "I'd rather be caught with it than without it." And in those two lines, Playboi Carti doesn't talk a lot. He doesn't say a lot of shit. But Playboi Carti has some content.
That song
I'm gonna be
flex.
very real.
Occasionally.
And some of his, and occasionally, Playboi Carti drops a gem that's like, that is a real, almost a poetic thing to say. I'm gonna be very,
I mean,
very
Sam,
real.
your favorite
And Nav
song,
has
Sam, your
never-
favorite Carti
Sam,
song, R.I.P. What's he talking about?
Absolutely,
I'm gonna go trash that bitch. I'm gonna go fuck that bitch. So
Absolutely.
what is the difference?
Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying Playboi Carti is Tupac. I am saying I have heard more content from Playboi Carti than Nav. And my argument, if you remember correctly, my argument against Nav, because my argument in music is never what he's speaking about. If I like your music,
Artistically.
I can forgive a lot of nonsense you say. Genuinely, if I like the way your music sounds, if your music has resolution, if it has musical structure, if there's a musician behind that shit, I don't give a fuck. Yo, I have argued on this same platform that I hated Dave's album. I have not heard an album this year that has had as much content as a Dave album, and I still hated that album. Content is not my
Yeah, it's
argument.
not always
but if you're
content. No, but
arguing
that is
content,
his argument.
yeah. But if
tell
you're
you what.
arguing content, I believe
always content.
strongly that Playboi Carti has more content in his stuff than Nav, because and content is not just whether you're talking about real life. It's
get
whether
it.
you're saying something clever. It's whether you're saying something that will make me laugh. Playboi Carti makes me goddamn laugh. He has some things he says where I'm like, that's really funny. And it's
And
His ad-libs make it. Playboi Carti's ad-libs make it very big. See, don't get me wrong, man. I don't fuck with Nav, but then for this guy to now, like, cause a lot of artists that you listen to don't say shit.
Let's be real.
Let's be very real.
Let's be
stop
very
this.
real.
Let's stop this nowadays.
What is
Don't
Gunna
say
talk
shit,
about?
but chill.
What is
But there's
Gunna talk
something
about?
There's something about
Off-White and Vlone. That's all he talks about.
Thanks.
Oh,
What I'm saying is that Nav
I feel
doesn't
God.
actually lie.
Nav's is Perkies and fucking
on an artistic level,
Percocets.
okay, on
nigga.
an artistic
Wait, hey, come on.
on an artistic level, what does
What's my
Nav do?
argument?
Have you heard the song Flex by Playboi Carti? Nav is not capable of making a song like that.
No. I won't say he's not, but then the thing is, he's yet to make one like that.
not.
However, what I'm saying here, the reason why I don't agree that he's a GOAT is because, like, if you're going to become an artist and you expect what every other artist is getting for yourself, and you're going to neglect other aspects that the other artists had to pay attention to, things like literally Nav he doesn't look like I can actually engage in a conversation with him. He looks like he's just be zoning off some perks.
Nav looks like he doesn't
fucking
have a
grinding
he
his
doesn't have
teeth.
a
Do you get what I'm saying?
personality. That's what
And
I
even
see.
if he
So
does,
Rich the
wait,
Kid
hold up,
doesn't
hold
have
up.
a like that?
personality.
No.
Doesn't have a
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
personality.
Rich the Kid is way more active in his music videos. At least that's a description of what he could be like. But Nav, it doesn't move, bro. He only just talks about perks.
So we'll get to one argument at a time. Let us finish the content argument. Let us finish the content argument. Let us be real. The reason we're saying I don't know why the reason I personally, me and you, JD, don't worry. Fuck the haters. Let's talk about it really. The reason I am saying I don't like Nav is not because of content. Although it would have helped if he had something. It's not because of that. Let's just remove that. Nav doesn't have content, but so does a lot of rappers I listen to. So does a lot of rappers Yola listens to. So a lot of rappers all of us here listen to. I don't love Famous Dex, but I like some of his music. Famous Dex, I'm not listening to at. Famous Dex has less content than Nav. I'll say that on this show very, very easily. Very easily.
But no one's arguing his case.
Exactly. That's one. And yeah, and really the whole Rich Forever crew combined are like Nav. Like the content wise.
Jay Critch though. Shout out to my nigga Hood Fame. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Jay Critch is on some shit.
Yeah, that's true. Hood, so Rich the Kid and Famous Dex together don't have. I think they are equal to Nav's content together if you combine both of them. Genuinely. Dexter, that's don't get me wrong.
Dexter.
That is not it. A lot of rap is not what you're saying, it's how you're saying it. How does Nav say anything he says?
Does he really believe in what
Because
he's saying?
let's get down to why I don't personally like Nav. The main reason.
Like
Nav has one flow that he has used, and I listened to 23 songs. Nav did not change his flow once. The only time the flow changed on Bad Habits was when what's his name came in, Meek Mill or Young Thug, and then Young Thug was talking about fucking his auntie for some reason. But that's fair, whatever. In fact, let's put it like this: one of my favorite. I know, right? I know, but you know the thing. Even with saying that, and Young Thug is a psycho and he says stupid shit, and I love Young Thug. He still kills Nav on the song.
Guy, yes, tell me one song that Nav has actually featured someone that he doesn't end up looking like the feature.
Facts.
Like, tell me.
That's one. Two. Let's go one at a time. I'm since we're talking about Young Thug, since we've brought up Young Thug says in collective whole career, Young Thug has said absolutely nothing in his music in his whole career, apart from like maybe Daddy's birthday. That's true. Yeah, that's true. Apart from Daddy's birthday and like a few songs on Jeffrey. On a regular, if you look at everything before Jeffrey, everything.
Nigga, I'm a crack addict.
Wait.
You said that.
I like Young Thug. Wait, hold on.
He straight up said he's a crack addict.
Calm down, boys. One at a time.
Did you say Young Thug said he was a crack addict?
He said, nigga, I am a crack addict.
But then that's the thing. The first stage of fucking insanity is denial, and Nav is still going through that. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's a thing where Young Thug is in the first stage of recovery because he knows he's a drug addict. When you deny shit like that, you become more of it.
He knows he's a drug addict as well.
But he sings it. He doesn't.
Let's not talk about their drug use, boys. Come.
Let's not talk about that drug.
Calm down. One at a time. Today.
The music that Yola listens to, all of
it's similar to Nav's
they're all
music.
dog shit. To be honest with you, this guy, I've never seen this guy listen to music that actually shakes my mind.
You're a rap capper. You know that. You know you're a rap capper. So wait, I don't listen to Kanye West. I don't listen to. Are you bad?
Wait, let's
Wait, who do you listen to?
Wait, that's Yola. Your personal shit is not our business. Yola, calm down. We're talking about Nav. God fucking damn it. Do you see how interesting this guy is?
Yeah.
That we're tangenting 600 times.
Okay. Sam,
let's talk about personality.
Sam said, you didn't hear him switch his flow
once.
Okay.
In Bad Habits and in Reckless.
21 Savage. Wait. 21 Savage.
You don't think 21 Savage switches flow?
Hold on. Most of the time, it's not the same monotone shit he says all the time. Same with Offset.
Okay, so
Savage has evolved as an artist.
Yo, please. Yo.
Can I finish, please? Can I finish, please?
Yeah,
Can I finish?
Let JD finish.
No, let me finish.
Go for it.
There are lots of artists that came up on the same. Okay, see, 21 Savage, the same monotone voice that he does.
You don't think
Let me finish.
Wait, yes, please. Actually, that's true. Let him finish.
Offset, is it not the same? They all came up.
Yeah, but no. Okay.
Let me finish.
Okay.
Most of them do the exact. It's just that
do chill. Like, let him finish, please.
It's just that you personally do not like Nav. So you've decided to, because think about it.
No, let's be honest. JD. I will. If you're gonna argue me, you need to give us space to rebuttal, right? Now, what we're talking about. No. Everybody, let's talk about everybody in here. Everybody, like this point by point. We'll get to it. It's one at a time. 21 Savage, you say has the same flow. I disagree, but let's talk about that flow, right? In that same flow, 21 Savage has said things so clever that now I could not imagine him saying it in his dreams. 21 Savage said, so many shots, the neighbors look at the calendar, thought it was 4th of July. That is a violent, disgusting, horrific line. And you know what that is? That is a feeling. I get a feeling from that song. Even if it is cutthroats, if it is if it's cutthroats, if it is like, I have never felt not scared. I've never felt aggression from Nav. I've never felt.
I mean, he said, do you know how it feels to feel alone, bored of myself, the house to feel like I ain't home? So I mean,
Yeah, Nav does sound like a wannabe. He just
do you
sound
not
like
feel that?
sound like he just wants
You're
to
telling me
belong.
that- No,
He
but you're
wants to
telling me
belong,
that
and he
is
proved
something
it.
that can move somebody.
It sounds like he needs help.
Yo,
I won't
Nav-
even lie to
And
you.
he does,
I'll
and
give.
he
Wait,
said
hold on.
Yeah, listen to Call Me and you know what I'm talking about.
Nav-
That
JD, let me
song
take
is
your
for
side real
niggas,
quick.
bro. Real niggas going through a lot
For
right
Nav,
now.
for Nav,
I'm being dead serious,
I think
bro.
different people like Nav for like different reasons. As you said, he produced a song for Beyonce, right?
He's a
That
very
song
good
is
producer.
probably.
Very- no,
Wait, hold on.
We're talking about production. I will give Nav his
Nav
fucking
is an
props.
excellent producer.
Let's
What song
go
did he
there. Let's go
produce
there.
for Beyonce?
What I'm
What
saying
song?
is,
What
I don't
song?
know what song he produced, but I'm sure it was a banger within women.
So I don't listen to the
So
album
Google
like
it.
that.
We have Google.
But he
Let's
produced
know.
Check.
Yo, hold up. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. Nav cannot be condemned because he's making the type of music he's making.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if he's trying to actually have the ego he has to at least back it up with some shit. Do you get what I'm saying? Because he can't. Because you're a celebrity don't mean shit. I'll probably walk past Nav if I met him. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I won't use my day to stop that, to just possibly get shown by the Nav. That's not good enough for me. I'd rather get shown by Jay-Z. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but the thing is, hold up.
Because that's how
Hold
you
up.
perceive him.
Hold up.
Another person would see Nav. And
That's
go
very
fucking
true.
Crazy.
That's very true. But I can't judge everybody. But like, let's be honest. What?
Hold on, let's be very. Okay, go.
What? How do I explain it? If you were to listen to Nav's music, whenever I hear Nav's music, I actually kind of get anxiety because he doesn't calm anything about his music. He's just telling you, yo, if you're depressed, go take some drugs.
Nav reminds me of. So I would never invalidate anybody's taste. I'm not saying you are wrong for liking Nav. I will say this: his production choices are not bad. Let me be very real. He does have nice beat selection. It is obvious that he has a producer's ear. That is true. I will give him that on a very, very just basic level. However, just because I will acknowledge anybody's music taste and taste and stuff, I don't think my taste is superior to anybody's. However, I can see why somebody would like Dave. I cannot see how somebody would like Nav singing. I'm not, this is not me being an asshole. I genuinely cannot see it. Like, do you know who Nav reminds me of?
Right.
Lil Xan. No, I don't want to be that guy. Lil Xan. It's not that I don't see why anybody would listen. Lil Xan is not music. Total Zonarchy is a awful listen. So is Reckless. So is Bad Habits. I don't understand why somebody is listening to that and gaining. Like, it's not music. I'm gonna be real. He's just saying this. He's not saying anything.
Think about it,
bro.
Think about it
Go.
from the sense of, what's modern? Is it contemporary art? I mean,
Okay.
there are certain people that could see contemporary art and be like,
But he's not pushing any art.
wait, let me finish.
But it's not pushing
Let me
any
fin-
boundaries.
Let me
Go,
finish.
go, please.
People see certain
Basic
kinds of
class
art.
nigga.
Whole argument, right?
People see certain kinds of art and be like, oh, why? Like there are people that would look at us listening to Cardi and be like, oh, why the fuck are you listening to this guy? This guy has no
Are you trying to
content.
say like?
Let me finish.
Wait,
It's
talk,
true though.
talk.
There are people that would look that think, oh, why the fuck are you listening to Cardi? Why are you
Okay.
listening to Young Thug? This guy doesn't
Good
have
question.
any content.
That's okay. So you know why
Yeah,
I
it's
would
all
defend
based
that,
on opinion.
but you know what I'll do. You know how I'll defend that. I have played Young Thug people that don't like Young Thug. One of two things happens, right? One, they acknowledge why I see in it. Two, they are disgusted by it. And you know why that to me means Young Thug is a good artist? You don't like. Every good artist is not loved by everybody. There are niggas that hate Elton John. It is the type of thing where, because it is music, because it is art, it promotes people listen to Young Thug, whether you like him or not, it provokes a fucking reaction.
Yeah.
If you listen to Playboy Cardi, if you listen to Love Hurts by Playboy Cardi, I feel like somebody that hates trap music, they were disgusted. No one is disgusted by Nav. It's just boring. There's a difference
one takes
between.
him
I am not
seriously.
disgusted by
It's just-
Nav.
it's like-
I'll put Nav in the background right now. I'm not offended by his music. He makes okay music. Nothing. It doesn't make me angry.
I'm supporting that.
It doesn't make me angry. It doesn't make me emotional. It doesn't make me want to change my nothing. It doesn't. If you make me angry, I know, right? If it makes me angry, at least make me disgusted. Make me like, wow, I hate this shit. Fuck. Nothing.
Then, see, no, I can understand where Jimmy's coming from. Because, see, like honestly, from his perspective, it's like
Facts, let's in the top.
there's a certain type of emotion and Nav gives that you might not feel it. Maybe a select few in this world, people who are going through shit, people who have been through shit, people who are in the process of coming out of shit, that Nav so because at the end of the day, some people can relate to Nav. Honestly, that's why I understand what
I think they can relate to Nav's
wait.
beats as
No,
opposed
I
to
think they
Nav
relate-
himself.
I think
There are
some
people
people
that
can
relate
relate to
if
what
you
Nav
listen,
is
like I'm
saying.
saying, a lot
And
of people.
I understand
a
what
lot of
JD
people
is
say
saying.
"Call Me" is Nav's best song because that song. That wait, let me finish. Because that song provokes a lot because he's talking about real life shit that people go through.
Okay, so how
wait,
come-
let me
Call
finish.
Me.
He's talking about his drug addiction. He's talking about his depression. He's talking about this and that. And those are things that actual people, just because we don't go through, there are people that are drug addicts, that are depressed, that are this and that, and that is why they listen to Nav because they know that this guy is talking about what I'm feeling.
Do you know what I think that is? I think it's just comfort zone. I think it's a comfort zone.
It's like
hold up.
No.
I think it's a comfort zone.
People that don't like Kid
Let
Cudi.
him talk. You don't want to
Go.
Let him talk.
Because there's so many times where you listen to Kid Cudi's music or certain types of his because not all songs are the same. And then you go to the comments and you're like, yo, this is where I was living, yo, this is where I was blah blah blah, this is what I was doing. There's no way you can tell me that there's no one in this world that does not feel that same way about Nav.
No, but Kid Cudi
Facts.
actually says,
Yes, but
yo,
there are-
like, you can't
Facts.
compare Kid
No, but
Cudi,
Yola,
like,
that is a
but
good
it doesn't
point.
matter. He doesn't
Yeah, that is a
know
good
what
point.
either of
Hold on,
them are saying.
Tunde. Hold on.
Yes, it does.
Hold
It's
on.
not-
Let me address Tunde's point. I know somebody that doesn't shout out. I'm not going to shout him out actually because I'll refer him to Neo Anonymous. I know somebody that is like he doesn't get Kid Cudi. It's not that that guy. Well, there's two of them. One, he doesn't relate to Kid Cudi, but it's like he can understand why somebody can like this. And the other one
right here, I don't listen to
hates Kid Cudi.
I don't listen.
Kid Cudi is somebody you can hate because there's something there to hate. There's something there for you to be like, say what you will about Kid Cudi. Kid Cudi's whole aesthetic is almost anti-traditional musician. It's whole as it's very. That's why him and Kanye gel so goddamn much because they are people that are not supposed to be singing. Please hold on. Let me talk, please. Because there are people that are not supposed to be singing. Kid Cudi is almost arrogantly not a musician that makes music. He's a therapist that got a fuck the good. Let's remove good from the title. Forget good. There's a characterization to Kid Cudi's music. Okay, let's do this. Describe Nav's music,
I should describe it.
please.
It's trap. It's wait, let me finish.
I think it was different, like I feel like an
Sorry, David. So
It's trap straight up.
your main concept behind this whole hatred towards Nav or whatever the case may be.
don't hate him.
Not hate or feel
bored.
Yeah, is the fact that Nav does not when people that you've encountered when they listen to Nav Nav doesn't evoke emotion from them.
Not in people, me.
No, in you.
JD
Okay, so
has
you.
it. Obviously, JD
So
is an exception to that.
so that's my point. So that's why it's not
Of course, no. All I can give is my opinion.
exactly.
Ever.
So he is coming from a way of Nav is this, cancel Nav is this.
No.
That's what you portray.
No, but okay. The thing is, I have a lot of the artists, and it's kind of wait. Yola.
Then he talks about
Yola.
Nav like he's this boundary pushing artist, like he actually
No,
does.
I
Like
don't
he's also.
He's probably rapping to people in his backyard.
not,
But it's
like,
the thing
bro,
where
like,
what I'm saying here, Nav. Wait, hold on.
I
I'm
fuck
supporting you,
with
bro.
Nav's music.
I'm supporting you.
That's
If you said that, what have an issue with
Yo,
you,
Nav.
but
I said
when
Nav.
this guy-
Shit, nigga. Yo, JD.
It's almost like he looks up to Nav.
Yola.
All I'm
calm
saying,
down.
all I'm saying here is Nav, if he wants to actually have the lifestyle of an artist, he will actually have to behave like one. Making music does not make you an artist. It is the effect that you give people when you make your music. It's the videos that come with them. It's the interviews that you have. It's the whole thing. It's the aesthetic. Do you get what I'm saying? But Nav, he makes the music, but he's boring. Do you get what I'm saying? There's nothing about him that will say, oh yeah, I want to move like Nav. Like, look at Young Thug. Like, you know that song Halftime.
Facts.
You know Halftime. His hand movement in Halftime. That shit is dope as fuck, bro. Do you get what I'm saying? I cannot even imagine Nav moving his hands. Or I'm not saying you move it like Young Thug, but at least do some. Do you get what I'm saying?
And something. Speaking of interviews, something I recently read about Nav.
We'll get to that. Yola, you're a hater.
No, we have to talk about that now.
Wait, calm down. Calm
I don't
down.
understand when Nav.
Wait, Yola, calm down.
Let me say something.
Tunde, yes,
Hold
talk.
on, no.
Wait, let Tunde talk.
You know what? This guy said that. This guy just made a point that because JD refers to Nav as he's this, he's that, he's pushing boundaries. It's like I know this might evoke some shits, but it's the same way this guy here, Yola, talks about Hazard. in his
Wait. No, it's true.
It might be
It's true.
funny, but I'm being dead ass.
He's being dead
In
serious.
this guy's eyes, Hazard is probably the best player in the world, and that's
Wait, just let finish.
Let him finish.
Let him finish.
And Hazard is not top 5, but to him, because Hazard is his goat, Hazard is potentially Hazard is the best player in Prem. Hazard is probably the 3rd best player in the world, or the 2nd best player in the world to him.
So Hazard is a football player for anyone who's not into football. But yeah, I get what you mean. Okay. It's his opinion. It is passion. But you wait. But the thing is, Iola, wait. Before we get to lying or not, you do have to acknowledge that and that's why I was so insistent that JD come today. I could not just have it be Nav meh. People that are meh on Nav and people that hate him or don't like his music. I needed somebody that does like him because there's a reason people like him. That's what I'm trying to get.
That's what he hasn't even given us enough.
Nobody's trying just to keep cutting him off.
Cutting me off.
Talk then.
I'm telling you that he has music where he talks about his drug.
Fez.
Do you listen to Nav? On a regular.
I listened to the first album and that was it. And I listened to Reckless.
So
there was nothing in Reckless for me. There was nothing in Reckless for me. I listened to Perfect Timing.
Basically, so you said basically.
Wait, let me finish.
So basically, you're saying Nav has no content, but you haven't listened to all of Nav's content. Is that what you're saying? Let me finish.
Okay, what is the vibe for Nav? Wait, Iola, please. What is the vibe for Nav?
Everyone knows. Everyone, like when you listen to Nav, you know what you're listening for. Nav is not a guy you listen to for because you want to imagine yourself flexing in chains and that. Like Nav, there are certain Nav songs. All he's talking about is his drug addiction. Like I've been saying it this whole.
Who talks about chains?
What does he talk
Let me
about
finish.
I'm asking you a question to answer, innit?
That's what I'm telling you. He talks about how he struggles with it, how he can't build relationships, how he can't do this and that because of that.
Okay,
and that's what he says most of the time. I think in a good number of his songs.
Does he say why he can't build relationships?
I think
that's the thing. He never elaborates about any of those things.
His music is not a therapy session like you.
But you were saying that before, though.
No,
why are you countering what
he doesn't owe you the therapeuticness.
Yeah, all he said was I am a drug addict. He doesn't owe you why am I a drug addict. He doesn't owe you why.
He hasn't actually said that yet. He's still just talking about.
Listen, but
Nav has specific. I listened to Nav. He has said it. He's a drug addict.
I have listened. I listened to fucking hours of Nav today. He has. I'm gonna be real. He has.
He says it all the time.
I'm gonna give JD credit here.
Okay, cool.
The thing is, hold on. I'm gonna right. The one thing, sanity. My God.
So him saying
the one thing I do have to clarify here, and I think this is the point. Maybe this is the point we should end it on, and then you can bring up the thing you want to talk about because you're a hater. You bring up the interview. Bring up the interview. We'll bring up the interview. Hold on. But before that, I gotta ask, what separates Nav from every other artist? What is Nav's musical? Yes, of course.
It resonates. Some of his lyrics resonate with me. That is why I listen to Nav.
Okay.
That is genuinely the only reason why. Because some of his I won't lie.
What has he taught you to like when it resonates? No. This is a serious question because he's saying that he actually has taught him something. So I actually would like to know so I can actually.
I didn't say he has taught me anything. I said it
resonates
with me.
Okay, yeah, but he's resonated with you. What about the resonation has made you realize that he's a good artist? What he's saying, I'm saying, as I said. Him talking about his drug addiction, everything, yes.
Yeah, but because you guys have been saying why do people listen to Nav? Why do people like?
Oh no.
I've been saying it.
Yeah, he talks about his drug addiction, but does he talk about how he's dealing with it, or he just tells you he's a drug addict? There's a difference, because he makes it sound cool. Drug addiction, he makes it sound cool.
Does Future not do the same thing?
No, but Future at least has swag, and at least
wait, hold on. Addiction sound cool. Though.
Yeah, true. But then Future came out to actually say, whether it is true or not, that he didn't know that that's what the effect of his music was making on children.
One quick point to add on SB's point, but I do want to. You will. Again, this is not going to end on the Nav is trash notes. It's going to end on the what separates Nav from other artists. But I do want to. So every time we bring up a point against Nav or about Nav, you always bring up another artist. You brought up 21 Savage. 21 Savage is. You could argue. Again, I disagree. But you could argue has the same flow problem as Nav, but he's cleverer than Nav. You brought up Playboy Cardi. Playboy Cardi is a goddamn musician, and it's the fact
the same
content, but the content is the same. Yeah, so we brought up content.
Yeah.
Both, a little bit of both. It's a little bit of both. I mean, act like Cardi was on his own in Almeida. Exactly. Anyway, What if they did? C'est la vie. Could they deliver it? Could Pharrell do that?
Don't they write lyrics for
Even that Almeida, even that. Listen. Like, okay,
What's he
guys,
saying in Almeida?
But what did he say?
Exactly. No. Stop. Again, we brought up content. We agreed with you that Playboy Cardi's. You brought up Playboy Cardi and the fact that of content that it doesn't have the same content. He has the same content level as Nav. He does. We brought up other things about him. Do you see the point I'm trying to make? Every other thing. The thing is. Every other person that we listen to has a flaw. Playboy Cardi, there's a flaw in his content, you could argue. Fair. That's true. There's a flaw in 21 Savage's flow and diversity.
Nav is a flaw.
Yeah, exactly. Nav's flaw is all of them. There's no like, Nav doesn't compensate for his lack of flow with cleverness. He doesn't compensate with lack of cleverness with personality. It seems like there's
I will say
things like that.
because there are artists in this room. We know we have flaws here, man. Let's be honest.
Then I would say for me personally, I listen to Nav because the lyrics I resonate with some of them. That's it. It might
I
not
would
be
just
because
like
he's
to
a good
trash,
artist
though.
or this and that. But it
What about his
resonates,
lyrics
and that's why I
resonate
like
with you?
him.
What about his lyrics?
That's what I'm saying. His
What about his
lyrics?
lyrics?
Yes.
Like, what specifically? Give me just 2 points. 2 points.
What do you mean?
2 points as to why it resonates with you.
Just call me.
What do you mean? I should talk about my life problems?
No,
on
I'm not
radio?
asking you. You said relax and stop
that's
getting
what you're
cheeky.
saying.
You said he resonates with you. I'd like to know why. So asking that question
Because
is
there are
knowing
things that
why.
He goes through that I can relate to.
Which is what I'm asking. Like,
You're basically asking.
no.
what it
Tell
is.
me what Nav said.
Let's not talk about drug problems.
Tell me what Nav said that made you resonate with him. Is what I'm asking you.
Yeah, but that would just basically be me saying that about my personal
do agree
problem.
Oh, fair, but if you're, I mean, like, let's be honest. If Nav was somebody to be proud of, you'd be telling you, slapping your chest that he's actually gotten you out of the problem that you're still facing.
But no one can get. Artists can never facts. Artists are not gonna do
The
that.
artists are not going to do that, but you can actually contribute to someone's growth.
But that's not every artist's
Yeah, but that
job.
is not.
That's not everybody. Like, literally, Playboy Carti probably puts people in a good mood with his music. Do you get what I'm saying? He's not necessarily
Probably.
spitting anything for you. But I mean, like, it's almost like as if Nav music is like made to drag you along.
Kind of.
I don't know how to explain.
There's
It's
a,
like as if
I
it's
do get what he
dragging you to a
means.
Dark hole.
I
Like,
do.
don't know how
I
to
get what he means. Listen, this the point of this segment, although it kind of feels like it now, wasn't to drag Nav.
There is no right or wrong answer. It's
That's
just
a fact.
you think Nav is trash because of this and that.
I don't think Nav is trash.
Good. No way. Most of the people in this room think Nav is trash because of X, Y, Z. I think Nav is good because of ABC.
Okay, why do you
And
think
that
Nav is
is
trash?
what.
But you've not said.
That-
You've only said one reason.
Why do you think
though,
Nav is
and
trash?
that was
I'll tell
that
you
was
why
one reason is
that was call me.
But that one reason,
Because we gave you more than
one reason is enough. Yola, calm down. Yola, calm down. Today, don't leave. Calm down.
Yeah, but that is my one reason for liking
There's a lot of
Nav.
personality in the studio, folks.
Why do I have to have why do I have to have more than one reason to like him? Like,
We don't. I agree with you. I'm in agreement. Don't forget Yola. Calm down, Yola,
Just
please.
quick question.
Yola, calm the fuck down.
The parts of Nav's music that you said you resonate with, did it help you out of anything?
No.
Exactly,
No
so, do
artist
you get what I'm saying,
music has
like-
helped me out of anything.
No. Like, did it
what
give you
is-
inspiration to say, okay, I can look at this a different way? I don't have to keep going back through this hole.
No, but it made me feel okay. At least I'm not the only one that's going through
Fair.
this.
That's
So
fair.
it's
That's
easier.
fair. That's fair. But
And
then,
the fact that one of
There are
artists.
other artists that do that though. And
But you
Well,
know-
maybe that's what Nav does for me. Is Kid Cudi the only guy that raps
Yo,
about
relax.
sad shit,
Relax. You get what I'm saying? But we're here to
No,
actually
because
accept
see,
your
your
point.
last point is that there are other artists that your last this thing is there are other artists that rap about that. So why don't I listen to them? But there are other rappers that artists that rap about fucking bitches. Why is it Cardi that you listen to? You can listen to other people.
Because no one does it like Cardi. No one talks about fucking bitches the way Cardi does. But I get what you mean.
No, but like that's what
I get what
he's
you
saying.
mean.
though. Like,
I don't listen to Cardi because he's saying he's fucking bitches fucking. I listen to Cardi for the vibe. That's it. I listen to Cardi for the music he creates. The
And I
feeling like
listen to
that.
Nav
And I
because
love
of the
it.
content.
I love
doesn't do any of
I've
that
loved
for me.
Richard since
Well, it does
2014.
for
I've
me.
loved
Nav is a
I've
basic
loved
guy. He's
Okay,
just a
Cardi
basic
does
guy.
nothing
That's how I
for
see
me.
him. His music is basic.
Okay, well,
Everything is
Cardi
basic.
does nothing for
We
me.
can actually say from
I can
here-
argue that Cardi does nothing for me.
That's your business.
From this,
Exactly.
yo, hold
Business about
on.
Nav.
From this, we can actually infer that JD has seen something in Nav that we haven't, and we are yet to see. Do you get what I'm saying?
Simple as
the problem we have with we need to tackle. It feels like JD is no. But it feels like JD has like 10 men against him. Really, a lot of us are against Yola too.
All I've
Because
said-
Yola,
All
stop
I have
tasting,
said-
stop saying like wait. But your music takes no objective, Yola. Please let that. No, but you are.
Everybody, Iola is the one that's putting him under pressure.
Nah, listen.
Let's enough.
Put him
The
under
guy
pressure.
is not arguing. He's saying that. Oh, why is it not that I have to listen to get all that shit?
Yeah.
Why is it Cardi? You have to listen. Wait. Let me.
Let him finish. Yola.
It's so stupid. Guy, no, not even that. I'm like him saying Cardi. Guy, I listen to how many fucking.
Yola, stop. Enough. Stop. I'll cut your mic.
Let me ask you a question.
His mic is off. Talk as much as you want.
Yola, what is it about Cardi? Wait. Yeah, let me ask you a question.
I'll answer you when I put your mic on.
What is it about Cardi that you? Why do you listen to Cardi? Give me one reason why you listen to Cardi.
This guy keeps on asking about Cardi like I parade Cardi as
Answer
my
the
goods.
question.
This guy, everyone knows that this guy is the poster boy for Nav. Like he literally carries
yeah,
Nav.
that changes-
He carries Nav as
changes
his
the
Lord and Savior. Literally, I don't carry.
Answer the
No,
question.
I'm just trying to say why is
Your last mic is off. The point.
Yeah, but you know that Nav is not my favorite artist. You know this.
I'd actually have to step in and say that that's not true. I didn't know that.
He's not my favorite artist, and you know this.
You
is
told
not.
us he's your goat though.
I like it.
Yes, but it's
How
not
the
my-
trap guys? How the current trap guys? Nav is your goat.
No, we're not even. Yo, JD, we're not even coming for you, bro. We're not coming for you.
Best musician. We're not talking about that right now.
We're not coming for you.
These current guys.
We're just asking. You know what I'm saying? Like,
tired. Listen, let's end this on. Let us, a little bit.
I know.
And let's end the NAV thing, because we need to talk about SB,
I know I'm money.
and we also need to finish on the. What did you think of Bad Habits?
Bad Habits. I liked it.
Yeah.
I very much liked it.
Why?
I can't even lie. I won't lie to you. Honestly, the flows were very much the same.
Okay.
But I liked it because it had very nice. The beat selection was very good.
Fez. I've given
And
NAV
it had
that.
very good features as well.
Fez.
And Brown Boy came out a week before his album.
Yikes.
Let me finish. Brown Boy came out a week before his album, and that was an EP. It was a 4-track EP.
Yeah.
And on that one as well, I very much liked it because of the beat selection and the features. So I might not have listened to that particular album because of what he was
So
saying.
that's two things then.
But I liked it
I've
because he
agreed
has
on you on
good
beat selection.
and
Facts.
very good features.
And not everybody. People act like beat selection is the easiest fucking thing to do, man. It's not.
It's not.
You need to have a producer's ear. Exactly. You need to have a producer's ear.
Right.
And Nav has a producer's ear. That's one. Two, fair enough. Relatability is never a thing you can what's it called? What's the word? Discard ever, because it is his perspective, man. None of us are JD.
Of course.
That's a fact.
Oh fucking hell.
Yes. Get dripped. Act like Playboy Cardi didn't run that fucking song.
Drip was not his song.
But act like he didn't run it.
His own song. That's Pierre.
He used to rap with that Pierre all the time.
Did you know him?
No, but
No, that's my point.
yeah, but people love old Cardi.
Needs Pierre. He can't producer combo always works now. Like
Okay, name
it has always happened.
Name one that is. Name one
As
that is
big
so
as- I
dependent,
understand,
that is
I
as
understand.
dependent as even
That's
Drake.
what you're
Even
saying.
Drake can work without Snow 40 should be.
Hold on. Let's be honest though. People liked and loved Playboy Cardi before the PR thing. Let's be perfectly honest. I'm not part of them. I'm not gonna dick right that I used to know Cardi, but people love the old Cardi argument. Like that's not a thing in the fan base. People loved Playboy Cardi before PR, and there was grit to
He
him.
could not release his album. He could not release his. He said no. I'm not doing anything until I find a producer. Until I find Pierre. And ever since then, every song on every album that has been so big, that has been so good, Pierre.
But does that mean what's it called?
Name who? Who is it? Who is it? Who? What did you? Which song?
Guy, fuck off.
Which song? Tell me.
Guy, check Genius.
We've given you things now. Get Dripped
See,
wasn't a
fam,
PR
no,
beat,
but that's not his song.
but he ran the song.
It's different. It's different if someone Cardi hop on this song like now Almeida now. That was Pharrell now.
But if he likes
hop on
working with
this.
an artist, you cannot discount that he cannot make music if you
What
haven't
I'm
heard
saying
him
is
without
he
that
can't-
artist.
He can't make it standalone because obviously.
How do you know that?
It's impossible for me.
How do you know that?
Because I've not heard.
You haven't heard
Okay,
that.
who has?
Fahad. I wish Fahad was here. Fahad can.
Songs that have been out since him and Pierre became one.
Nope.
That-
Fahad has heard songs from Playboy, and Fahad has heard Playboy from.
I've heard songs from Playboy Carti before Pierre.
Okay.
Like even Broke Boy was before Pierre.
Facts.
But what I'm saying,
You don't think Broke Boy is a good
that
song?
I've had the same commercial success or ever since he found his.
But commercial,
Yeah,
Strictness.
facts. I agree with what Tunde is saying. But commercial success is not a reflection. It's not a reflection.
Did you know that? look at us, you know. We have Junior.
I love location.
Wait.
But it's not even that. It's not that. Wait, commercial success does not equate.
Aren't all of Cardi's he's trying to say that all of Cardi's biggest songs, or a
Facts.
very good percentage,
Big
are
facts.
produced by Pierre.
Big
And the
facts.
ones that aren't-
But bigger songs are not a reflection of
It's
quality. Yes or no? Location. I love location. And it's and that wasn't. Come on, man. Give it.
It wasn't even him. It wasn't.
He's trying to say that
Fez.
that Cardi should make Cardi can't make a big hit song without Pierre. Not a good
Fez.
song, a hit song.
Fair, maybe. Tunde, maybe Cardi cannot make a hit song without Pierre. I can argue Cardi has made good songs without Pierre. And
Yes, but not hit songs. He's talking about hit songs.
Fez, I absolutely
like
agree.
Magnolia, Flatbed.
Not absolutely, not absolutely, but I
He can't
agree.
stand on his own 2 feet.
Well,
He can't.
but you're acting like he has released a song since he got big. If he released a song since he got big, wait. If he released a song before, like since he got big, wait. If he released a song since he got big that did not blow and Pierre was not on it, you could argue that since he got big, he's been working with Pierre. There will come a time where it would definitely happen. Party and Pierre will not, and then we'll be able to decide. And I agree. And whether we'll see whether we'll like that song or not. I'm very absolutely. But I like him regardless.
He already has very good songs.
Yeah, but not hits. We're
I agree,
talking
but
about
not
hit
hits.
songs.
Produced by
But
That's a great
hit
song.
It's all about hit songs.
Yeah, that's what we are talking about.
Playboy Cardi, the self-titled album.
We are talking about hit songs right now.
Is your life going to give you more money? Your life means nothing to him.
Yikes.
Yeah, but most people love that song, that Flex song.
So where? Okay, how big is Flex?
I like Flex.
Does he have on YouTube? Does he
Does he have a video?
Enough. We're talking about nothing now. Let's get back to the points. I didn't like Bad Habits. You did. I don't like Nav. You do. The beautiful thing about the human mind is like because there's infinite potential and we like different things. That's beautiful and that's fair. And now let's talk about SB's EP. Finally.
SB, Shayn Blaac.
Now I didn't know this NAF was going to be this deep. I hope if you've been listening, you enjoyed this NAF conversation. I enjoyed it, but I don't know how accessible this conversation is going to be.
Fuck Nav.
I tried to bring it down to earth, but my godness.
F Nav.
Yeah, my godness. SB, come here, superstar.
What's good, man?
Talk about your EP, bro.
So my EP's out this month. It's gonna be a fucking EP of 6 songs.
Okay.
And every song is different.
Mhm.
Expect that. And remember, I told you this. If it's not, come back to me.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? This is where I'm trying to show you versatility.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying? This is actually the new wave. It's not about drugs no more. You know what I'm saying? It's not about. It could be it's everything in one, really. I'm trying to give you guys. I'm trying to give you a Carti vibe actually on my album. I said my album, my EP. And like obviously talking about haters like Tunde. So it's like a thing where I'm trying to give you a taste of everything and actually let you see the first project and see what I'm capable of. Do you get what I'm saying? Because I know what I'm capable of. It's about showing you, as you said, it's not a full piece until it's actually out. Do you get what I'm saying? So the reaction as well is part of the piece.
Thanks.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm giving you guys all a different vibe.
I'm not gonna cap. This is not dick right. I am excited.
What's the EP called?
Huh?
What's it called? And where can we find it?
BFA.
Where can we find it?
You'll be able to find it on all stores.
What's the full?
Spotify, iTunes, Babyface Assassin.
Hey.
You get what I'm saying?
I like that.
It's-
I fuck with the name already. All right, that's one. Then
Yeah.
2, what's your Instagram? If you're willing to give it up.
It's at Shayn Blaac, SHAYN I fucked up, but SHAYN BLAAC.
Okay. Shayn
Tune
Blaac.
in.
Say that again. SHAYN BLAAC.
You know what's good.
This was the new season of Songs Lose Your Mind. So thank you guys so much for coming. Did you enjoy yourselves? I enjoyed myself. I hope the audience enjoyed herself, whoever that is.
2 C's or 1 A?
Is it 2 C's or 1?
2 A's.
2 A's or
No, it's
2 A's and 1 C, right?
2 A's, 1 C.
2 A's and 1 C. Check out for
Shayn Blaac.
Shayn Blaac. He's doing big things. BFA, baby-faced fucking assassin.
Watch a little bitch.
Watch out, little bitch. All right, now I had a great time. Thank you. This is the new season of Songs Lose Your Mind too. I think we came in with a bang. We came in with a lot of hatred, but we came in with a bang, and I fuck with it. Yeah, I don't know. There's no overarching message for this song. If you care about music, as I will always try and put in this thing, if you want to make music and get your barbershop and get the fuck out of the game, fairs. But if you're one of the people that cares about the legacy, man, your effort will be noticed, right? And even as much as Tunde is a hater, your effort will be noticed regardless of your
Yeah,
of
we
the
out here,
content
baby.
of your music, and your effort will be noticed. Like musicianship is always noticed. Trust me, somebody will hear it and
Get that
listen
work
to it.
done.
Facts. Thank you so much for everyone that
We
came.
get that work
Thank you
done. We
so
out here,
much.
baby.
And to be honest with you guys, like, what the fuck
All my
does Playboy
ladies.
Catty actually do?
Fez,
Okay.
shout out to you. Songs Lose Your Mind too. Peace.
All my
Jesus
ladies, pull
Christ,
up,
I'm playing
pull
No
up.
Worries.